Good morning, everyone. Omedetou gozaimasu. Happy New Year. You too, AG over there. It's great to see you all today. We've had a tough few years. We haven't had a chance to get together, but I think last year we started seeing more of each other, and it's so great to see you all today. Last year I learned a new word in Japanese, and that word is on, O-N, on. And I would ask people, I said, what does that word mean? And people would look at me and say, it's difficult. Not a straightforward word. But I think it's commonly used in Japan. And the translation I was able to find is, on means kindness. So the kindness that we experience, that we receive from Kami-sama, from other people, from our friends and family. So kindness, or maybe blessings, is another way to translate that word. On means blessings, or favor. So kindness, or blessing, or favor. And so the term that this is used in Japanese is on o shite, on o kayasu. And so when we hear this, when Japanese people use this word on, what they feel is a sense of indebtedness. So it's oftentimes used with respect to, say, a teacher that has done so much for them and helped them to get where they are in the world. And it may be years later, but they still have that feeling of appreciation and gratitude towards that person. And so what I learned is that in Konko, I've always loved this faith, and I've always had trouble maybe articulating why. But it's this feeling that we have towards Kami-sama, and trying to cultivate that and feel that every day in our lives, to feel that sense of kindness and appreciate that kindness and those divine favors. On o shite, on o kayasu. And so for this year, my goal is to live that more every day, to be aware of Kami-sama's blessings, Kami-sama's favor, to just be aware first, to have faith and believe and be aware of Kami-sama's favors and blessings. And then to be grateful, not just to see him, but to be grateful. And I think it's a step for me this year also, is to go from appreciation. We hear about arigato or appreciation a lot, and it's a wonderful word. But I think the word gratitude has a little bit more to it, a little bit more emotional connection and personal buy-in. And so I am striving to just be day-to-day, moment-to-moment, be more aware of Kami-sama's blessings, Kami-sama's on, to be grateful for those blessings, those gifts, those favors. And then the final part for the Konko faith is for us to give back. We teach in this faith that everyone belongs, everyone is connected. So how do we help everyone on our planet to be a little bit happier or a little bit better, or make somebody's day a little bit better? And that's how we put it into practice. So I wish you all the happiest of New Year's, and I hope that this concept of on can start to take root in you, and maybe it could develop and grow with that. So Happy New Year, and thank you. Next we'll have Kawahata Sensei.
Happy New Day, Happy New Year. おめでとうございます。新年、キャラクター、ジャパニーズキャラ、新年 新年おめでとうございます。おめでとう mean congratulations. Also in Japanese meaning another chance, another new chance. So today is I'm sure you have a great feeling, New Year, fresh. So Konko founder mentioned that live every day as a New Year's Day, every day. Oh, thank you. So, I'm sure you have a great feeling today. So tomorrow, continue. It's 365 days, every day, like a New Year's Day. Yeah. But not easy, though. That last year, beginning of last year, I got seriously ill, almost gone. It was a really serious situation. That's through that experience. Wow, every day is special. Not only New Year Day, every day is a special. Every day is a congratulation, omedetou. So after that, I start to say to my family, my wife, my kids, omedetou gozaimasu every morning. Omedetou gozaimasu, congratulations. Happy New Day. So if I walking with my dog, arigato-kun, every morning, I meet a stranger. Omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations. What? I meet a why? We survive, still survive. We can breathe, we can talk, we can hear, we can walk around. Amazing blessing every day. Congratulations. Yeah. I hope you can say to your family every morning, wake up. Omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations. Yeah. So so also I have my wish this year. Hope I wrote a book, English book, Arigato 100 times a day last year, and self-published. I hope you can read it. Some of you now read it. Let me know. Two books, and also cartoon book, my dog story, Arigato-kun book. So that this year with another book I plan to publish, book of the relationship. When I perform a wedding ceremony, I share the following 10 tips. The title is the 10 prescriptions for a harmonious relationship. 1, strive to put more than 100% of your selfishness and effort into your relationship. 2, support each other without expectation. Keep your heart clear, peaceful, and happy always. Be patient and humble and be good listener. Not good talker, but a good listener. That's important. And when things are too stressful and you feel helpless, surrender yourself to the divine parent of the universe, Kami-sama, or God, or Buddha-sama. So if your home life, both partners are responsible for everything. Have faith and learn to be humbled so that both of you can grow spiritually together. Pray for each other's happiness with unconditional love. See everything positively and with a grateful heart and express thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu 1,000 times a day. Divine blessing begin within. Heart grateful and caring in harmony and joy. Waga kokoro. So this 10 ideas, I write the detail in the past month, and I like also include everybody's idea too. I have this 10 ideas, but everybody, I'm sure, has great ideas. I want to include that idea put in my book. So please let me know if you want, if you're interested, add in my book. Please keep them 300 words, half page, not too long. Because I asked maybe around 50 people, you know. So already some people sent me some their ideas. So please let me know if you're interested to add your ideas in my book. So I'm sure this book, be popular. I believe, relationship there. I know, as you know, it's not easy, tough, very tough. But I think, that's my kind of wish to this year's wish. Thank you very much. Have a nice New Year. Take care. ありがとう。おめでとうございます。Next year, Rodney Sensei.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year again. So this past year, I had like a kind of like a theme of a lot of my talks and sermons that I've done throughout the year. And one of the main theme of it was how to incorporate faith into your everyday life. How to incorporate faith into your everyday life. Because I think that's important. It's really important to be a Konko believer, to be, a part of this community. I think there's a certain kind of way of thinking that needs to be incorporated in every single day life. And so it's hard though, right? And so recently I do kendo, Japanese swordsmanship. And so our sensei, we have two senseis. Our head sensei gave a talk for the last practice session that we had. And so at this talk, he talked about two Japanese words. He says one word was renshu, which means to practice, repetition practice, renshu. The other word is keiko, or mindful practice. And what keiko means in Japanese is to consider and think about the past. So in martial arts and other martial arts and sports, if we just practice the same swing over and over and over and over again without really thinking of improving it or what you swung in the past, you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. So our head sensei would say, practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent. You're practicing the wrong thing all the time, you're going to get a permanent practice, and it's not going to be, there's no improvement because there isn't thinking about the past. The same with cooking, the same with fishing, or any kind of hobby or endeavor that you pursue. It's really important to consider the past because the past is what creates our future. And so for the sensei would always tell us, when you come to kendo, it's not just practice, it's keiko. It's thinking about the past and moving forward and practicing that. Practicing what you learned from the past to make yourself better today and in the future as well. And so also for this year, 2024, I'm going to continue on that theme, on how we can better incorporate faith into our everyday lives. So I hope everyone here today can think about that. Think about the things we do in our everyday life. Are we trying to better ourselves in one shape or form? And that's the goal for myself as well. Because, there's always things. We all have things that we have to work on. We all have limitations. But how can we make those limitations a little bit better for next year, next month, next week, tomorrow? And so I wish everyone could please consider that for this time. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Next is Joanne Sensei, Reverend Joanne Tolosa.
おめでとうございます。これからもよろしくお願いいたします。Happy New Year, everyone. It's good to see you all, and I'll be the final sermon of the day. So I'm so glad you could join us in person and virtually. I think most of us are familiar with this teaching For faith, daily renewal is important. Live each day with the same happy heart you have on New Year's Day. When the sun sets, think that it is the last day of the year. When the sun rises, think that it is New Year's Day. So our faith, it helps us with consistency. Daily practice, as Ronnie Sensei was talking about practice, he spoke about it. It can also help us navigate through the constancy of change in our lives. So please raise your hand if you are going through changes in your life right now. You're going through changes? Okay. I too am going through a major change this year. It is my excuse me. It is my last year as head minister, and I'm grateful to be allowed to serve as head minister for these past 15 and a half years, 34 years total as a minister. I'm excited for Assistant Head Minister Reverend Rodney Yano to become head minister in January 2025, so a year from now, today. It may be hard to believe that 19 and a half years ago, Rodney Sensei came here on loan to take my place as an associate minister, and we'll be coming full circle next year. It's been a joy to watch his spiritual leadership grow throughout the years and our extended Konko community grow, or as they say these days, Konko adjacent folks. In 2025, I will still continue at this church as a senior minister alongside Reverend Masato Kawahatsu and continue to serve mainly with Toritsugi mediation and supporting Rodney Sensei as head minister. As we all go through changes and transitions this new year, instead of having fear and worry, let's welcome change and transitions. Welcome each day with faith and a heart of joy and gratitude well spent. Last week I had met with my longtime kindergarten friend, and we had lunch together in Japantown, something we try to do, have lunch together at least twice a year. After lunch, we walked around Japantown, and when she eyed the Goodwill store there on Fillmore and Post, she wanted to go in. I'm trying to purge things that I don't need, so I wasn't actively shopping. But while I accompanied her to the book section, I pulled out a book on the shelf, and I found this quote in it that sounds so Konko. I think you'll agree. Quote, "You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now, and the only appropriate response is gratitude. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response to the great gift that this unique day is, if you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well." And this is a quote by filmmaker Louis Schwartzberg in the book entitled "Nothing is Worth More Than This Day" by Catherine and Ross Petras. Thank you. So now